From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's the Blue Sox with a record of 10-1-1, first in the ICL, finally getting to play the Andre Chiefs with a record of 7-4, third in the ICL. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. We'll be joined by the soothing sounds of Borja Jones-Barasaluthe in just a moment. The Blue Sox have points in each of their last 10 games, but lately it's been some pretty tough assignments. The offense not getting going early on like they had been in the early parts of this winning streak. They've been held scoreless through at least the first 2 or 3 innings for much of the last few games. And it's like, and what do you have to say, Manny Del Carmen? It's just an old Corona commercial Manny remembers from his childhood, but we're not actually sponsored by Corona. Just got the Avis thing. But Borja, it's a tough assignment, of course, when it's the Andre Chiefs, and it's an even tougher assignment considering it's the league. They're facing the league's leading strikeout getter, Zach Kirby. So the offense absolutely has to get going early tonight.
Yeah, and I think we will. Yesterday's game, only putting up 3 runs, still putting up competitive at bats. Didn't have the lineup there. Richie Burgos was missing.
Yeah,
Julian
we don't have Richie or Julian tonight either. We don't have Sway.
Sway's missing.
But one thing that's going to be key is to get the top 3 men in the lineup on base as much as possible, because the top 3 in the lineup yesterday were a combined 0 for 11, I believe.
Okay.
So it's like, so you got speed at the top lineup, Barboza, Jimenez, and Costello. So getting them on and making Kirby uncomfortable probably the key for the Blue Sox offense, because the pitching's been phenomenal. 1 or 2 runs allowed in each of the last 5 games, and of course a 10-game unbeaten streak with 1 tie mixed in there against Malden, which could have very easily been a win, and we could be looking at a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, that was a tough little. Well, what was it? The tie against Somerville too.
Malden was the only tie.
Malden was the tie, and that was a tough little game. I remember coming in the 7th inning. I don't think there was a ball hit out of the infield there, but still,
just 2 unearned runs, and it's just been.
But that's baseball. That'll happen.
Yep. Well, here's Tony Serino to lead things off against Jake Vessling. First pitch fired at 8:04, and Serino steps out of the batter's box and watches strike 1 get in there.
Serino is famous for that. He is. He's done that as long as I've been in this league.
Juan Portes did that too, as Serino fouls this one off onto Worthen Road. On the second pitch of the ball game, we have an official broadcast. Serino coming into play batting .364 with 4 doubles and 4 RBIs.
Wow.
This is a nice barehand grab of the third base coach's box. Is that Tim Dunphy down there?
No, not Tim Dunphy.
Okay, because Steve Gambale has taken over the managerial duties for the Andre Chiefs. Of course, Chuck Andre still overseeing the club, but Steve Gambale, the new field manager this year for the Chiefs.
I think Dunphy's over at first base coaching.
This is skied into center field. In comes Costello, and he will make the catch for the first out of the ball game. So Serino retired, and he's got legs, but only 1 for 1 stolen base attempts this year, but always important to keep him off base. Here is Steve Passatempo, the left fielder. Passatempo entering play at .250 with 1 double and 2 RBIs in this his 4th game of the season.
I feel like Steve might be a new player to the Intercity League. I remember him from last year.
Yeah, he definitely played last year.
Oh, okay.
He was and that is ball 1 below Passatempo's knees. 1-0 from Vessling is fouled off 1-1. The full lineup for the Chiefs: Tony Serino leading it off in center field, followed by Steve Passatempo in left. R.J. Libby is in right. Matt Nuzzo is at short. Ben Waldrop is at first. Andrew Caulfield is the third baseman. Mike Edmond is the DH. Nick Leva is behind the plate, and Brian Bessler rounds out the lineup in at second base as this is down the left field line and gone for Steve Passatempo. He's got his third hit of the year. 2 of them are for extra bases, including that home run down the left field line, and it is 1-0 Chiefs. And what did we say about the Blue Sox needing to score early? Well, they are definitely going to need to do that now.
Yeah, and I think Jake just hung a slider right there a little bit too far in the middle of the plate, but still early in the game, still can combat it. So kind of reminds me of Esplin back when he pitched at Malden that one game, gave up the early home run and then just completely settled in after. So we're hoping get that right out of Jake.
So let's see if Vesseling can settle down as well. That's outside for ball 1 to R.J. Libby. Libby lines this one out of the reach of Morgan Brown into right center field for a base hit. He will take the turn at first and hold there as it's whipped back into the infield by Costello. So back-to-back hits with 1 out for the Chiefs.
Yeah, good job by the outfield there, converging really early on the play. They between Barbosa and Costello, you have a bunch of speed out there. So they were able to get to that ball, keep the runner off of second base.
Zare's got legs too, but that wouldn't have mattered on that deep shot down the left field line.
No.
Here is Matt Nuzzo, the shortstop. By the way, Libby entering play at 667 in 3 games up to this point. 8 for 12 with 2 doubles, a homer, and 5 RBIs. This is skied into right. Barbosa will come in and make the catch, and Nuzzo, who enters play at 360 with 2 doubles, 3 homers, and 7 RBIs, is retired. So a couple of important outs there. A couple of important guys to get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, leading
Sereno and Nuzzo, but now it's Ben Waldrep who exploded onto the scene in his rookie year and now enters play at 333 with 1 double, 1 triple, 2 homers, and 8 RBIs. This Chiefs team has always been a slugging team, as that is down and away for ball 1, and no surprise they lead the ICL in homers as a team this year with 7.
Yeah, I mean, Waldrop's clearly a guy. Last year, seeing him a few swings against us, just the way he approached pitching in this league, coming out of, I believe it was independent ball, but big power lefty up there, really knows how to hit, controls the strike zone.
He'll flare this one into right center field. It's dying fast, but it will be, is that a catch? No, it's dropped. It's dropped as Zare and Costello converge. There could have very easily been an out there had they had someone called off the other, but instead it's a single. Libby advances to third, and it's runners at the corners, 2 down.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough ball, dying fast there. I think that's probably Costello's ball. Probably had a good read on it, but Dom must have been yelling out there.
So here is Andrew Caulfield, 323, 3 doubles, 1 homer, 3 RBIs, and a chance to put the Chiefs up by at least 2. As he'll break his bat and ground this one to short, Curley will underhand to Brown, and the side is retired. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. After half an inning, Chiefs 1, Blue Sox coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is now a member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next car rental from Avis. So as Zach Kirby finishes his warm-up tosses, we'll give you the starting lineup for the Blue Sox. Aaron Barboza leading it off in right field, followed by Anderson Jimenez at third. Jeff Costello is in center. Ross Curley is at short. Kyle Ady is the DH. Morgan Brown is at second. Nate Wolf is at first. John Puttress is behind the plate. And Dominic Sayre rounds out the lineup in his more comfortable position in left field compared to the other night when he was at second base. Here is Barboza to lead things off. Barboza not in the lineup yesterday. Enters play at 263. No extra base hits, 2 RBIs.
Look like Kirby, I'm looking up his stats right now, just came out of 2 years of independent ball.
Yep. And certainly playing like a professional with 45 strikeouts, averaging 1 2/3 strikeouts an inning.
Wow.
As that is in there for strike one. And, you know, it's funny. We talk about Kirby's insane strikeout numbers. He's not even the one with the 20 strikeout game this year.
Who was the
that was Evan Walsh.
Wow.
And that looked down and in, but it's strike 2, says the home plate umpire.
Yeah. I mean, Barboza just needs to get his pitch early here, get on base, put a little pressure on Kirby.
Yep.
Early in this game.
Kirby's had double-digit strikeouts in each of his last 3 games, 13, 11, and 13. And a swing and a miss, and he's back to his old tricks there as he strikes out Barboza on a slider in the dirt for out number 1.
Yeah. Slider really took off there. That pitch was clearly unhittable by the time it got to Barboza, but still early. I mean, you want to see, kind of gauge what pitches Kirby has.
Kirby is 2-2 though, so he's not entirely untouchable. And Anderson is going to get a bunt down right in front of the mound, and Kirby will soft toss over to first, and there are 2 down. This is not the start the Blue Sox needed. Here is Jeff Costello. He will be taken off for Vermont to join the NECBL after this game.
Where's he playing?
I forget the team. It's in Vermont, but didn't tell me the team. But
Okay.
He could be back in time for the playoffs. He's certainly got enough appearances to qualify.
And do you know when the NECBL finishes?
Not off the top of my head. I'll have to look that up. But
I mean, yeah, that's another player you definitely want to have for us in the playoffs as that time comes around. But if he's playing at he's looking for the best competition he can find. The NECBL is clearly top of the line competition, at least around New England.
Yep, along with the Cape League, of course, and the Futures League.
Yep.
0-2 to Costello. And he lines this one the other way, out of the reach of the second baseman, Bessler. And the Blue Sox have a 2-out base runner, and it's just one of the guys you want on base in this situation with some good speed.
Yeah, especially with a righty on the mound, I could see Costello taking off pretty early here, showcasing his speed.
So the Blue Sox don't have to wait until the 4th inning for their first hit, at least. Now, can they get a run on the board? Kirby has alternated wins and losses in his 4 starts. Last time out, lost to Wakefield in 6 innings, allowing 5 runs, only 2 of which were earned.
How many innings does Kirby have on the
Kirby
season?
has 27 innings in his 4 starts, 3 complete games.
Especially in a 7-inning game, that's a lot easier to do.
Had a shutout as Ross drives this one, but it's caught by the right fielder Libby for out number 3. So couple of hard hit balls to end that inning, but Blue Sox get a hit, but we'll have to wait for their first run. After 1 complete, 1-0 Andre. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Well, the Blue Sox would have had 2 games in the books right now by now against Andre, but one was rained out and one was postponed for Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. So facing your arch rival, getting such a late start against them, it's, I guess, could there be nerves building up with those delays, just waiting to face off against the team that's been your greatest rival the better part of the past decade?
I mean, there could be, but a lot of these guys are or a chunk of these guys on the Blue Sox are new players, so they don't really understand that rivalry at the same level.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Vesling is first year in the league, has never pitched against Andre, doesn't understand how their hitters swing, doesn't understand tendencies, anything like that. So I don't feel like for him this is just another start. But for some of the veteran guys, Ross and Costello and Barbosa,
They know they want to beat him.
exactly. Especially a team like Andre that you've had such grueling battles with in the past in the playoffs and leading up until the playoffs. This is definitely a team that you want to beat every time you go out there.
Bottom third of the order due up with Mike Gedman, the veteran power hitter, to lead things off. As that bounces off of Putty's glove for ball one. When you have someone like Mike Gedman as your 7 hitter, you know you've got a strong lineup.
Yeah, and how is Gedman doing on the season?
I will tell you in just a second as that's down and away for ball 2. Gedman having a slow year by his standards, 214, no extra base hits, and 1 RBI. In his career with the Chiefs, for a 261 hitter, but a lot of power in that bat. Bobbled by Curley. He fires onto first, though. Curley came a long way over to get that one.
Yeah, that's a shift right there. Ross is playing to the probably 10 feet, 15 feet to the right of second base. But yeah, Gedman was jogging out of the box there. Clearly not committed to running down that first base line.
But you gotta run those out because with Curley bobbling that one, he may have had a chance to get on base. But I guess was
maybe a younger Gedman might have done that. Clearly not this version of Mr. Gedman.
Nick Leva will chop this one to short. Curley will fire onto first, 2 down. Nick Leva, the catcher, who at tops, that's probably top speed for him right there.
Oh, no doubt. This is out of the 7 and 8 hitters. I don't know if you're getting much speed coming from the Andre Chiefs.
But if you want to keep it, you definitely want to keep it on the ground with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, with the back of most of the lineups in the Intercity League, you really want to pitch to contact. That's what you're looking for. Let the guys play. You have to be careful with the really 1 through 5 for a lot of teams, but especially with a team like Andre, they do have dangerous hitters near the end, but you got to throw strikes. You can't give free bases to those guys.
Lest you turn over the lineup and let the top
go.
of the lineup do some more damage. As Vesling gets them 1, 2, 3s, that's a line out to second, and after 1.5, it is still 1-0 Andre. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP.
Quick inning right there by Jake. Settled right in. Now, as the lineup turns over the second time, he's got to make some adjustments. See if he can work some fastballs into the righties. Maybe throw a few changeups away to the lefties.
He had a good 2-seamer on that first pitch to Bessler. That had some sharp down and in break there.
Absolutely, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that pitch to break right in there, see if you can get a few broken bats.
You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. So with a guy like Kirby, who's a strikeout artist, I'm not saying that you want to trust the Chiefs defense to make errors, but you want to put the ball in play. You want to force the Chiefs to make plays in the field. You don't want to let Kirby get into a groove and just blow everything by you.
Well, absolutely not. Especially if you get late in counts, you know that he has the advantage there with all the strikeout potential. So if you get that fastball early for a lot of these hitters the first time through, I mean, a big tendency for pitchers in the ICL is to groove that fastball in, get the first strike, and that's how you attack hitters. Not that many guys are or have the credential to really throw breaking balls and change-ups early on in the count to get strikes. So if you are getting that fastball, you might as well take advantage, hit it somewhere, and get on base.
Here's Kyle Ady wearing Matt Karras' number 45 tonight as he takes up and away ball 1. Very good eye by Ady there with a guy who with a team that has run out the likes of Jared Frenny and Tim Dunphy, guys who can blow you away with their fastball.
Well, maybe not Tim Dunphy.
Maybe not Tim Dunphy, but guys who are very good pitchers who get ahead in the count early. You gotta Well, there's another fastball in there for strike two. You can't wait these guys out, like you say, but
you also got to see the pitches that he has, and that's the tough part with the first time through the lineup is you're getting the second turn with the amount of innings we're playing, but
wow, that was strike three?
That was a questionable call there. I'm not sure how that ball crossed the plate.
I crossed the plate, but low.
Crossed the plate at the plate. It looked like it might have even taken a bounce off and then jumped up. But
I think 80 deserves a makeup at his next at bat there.
You would think so.
All right. Well, second strikeout for Kirby is at his skide into center field. First pitch swinging. Morgan Brown is retired as Sereno makes the catch. Out number two. And now it'll be Nate Wolf.
That's the problem there, too, is that you don't want to let Kirby get into a groove. You don't want to let him start getting a lot of early pitch outs and start just settling it. You want to make him work. You want to make him throw more pitches, things like that. So it's, as we get to the later part of the lineup, crucial for these guys to really see some different things. If they can get on base, great, but make Kirby
grind out
work.
some at bats,
Exactly.
expose some things to the rest of the lineup.
Yes.
And that's a good start as Wolf is ahead 2-0.
Yeah, especially now 2-0. Nate's got to look for that fastball right here. Nate has a little bit of power from the left side, so if he gets that pitch, definitely.
He's got some room down the right field line too. And he
Nope.
sails a fastball high, 3-0.
No green light here for Nate. I think just settle in. He hasn't seen a strike yet, so make him come to you. There we go.
Up and away, ball 4. So the Blue Sox have a 2-out base runner for the second straight inning. Wolf probably not going to run, so you don't have that much of a distraction if you're Kirby. But here's Sean Puttress.
Putty, a guy who likes to hit it to the other way. So if he gets, and it looks like there's a considerable right center gap right now.
With first baseman Waldrop holding on Wolf.
Yep. So really take advantage of that, especially if he's pitching you outside. Just put the bat out there. Give us first and second or first and third if Nate can get around. And
Dominic Zerdu up.
Yeah. And it's nice perk having Dom at the back of the lineup.
Yep.
A guy who's really a good hitter and batting out of the 9 spot, has speed, has everything that you look for.
Really broke out of his shell in the postseason last year. Here's Putty, of course, the rock of the pitching staff and the catching core. He's the veteran on this catching staff, but he swings and misses at a high fastball, and that's what will get hitters every time. Fastball just above the zone.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so good coming out of the hand.
Because it's right at your eye level.
Yep, and then you're so enticed to swing right off, but got to be able to leave that pitch up.
I think he tries another fastball here.
Very extended if he does. Nope, slider.
1-2. Good eye by Putty. So the Blue Sox making Kirby work a little more this inning, and that's good because, if Putty gets on, and then Zer bats, then next inning it'll be the second time through the lineup, and the guys will have a better idea of what to look for. And now Leva's going to call time, or is that Putty?
I think that was Leva.
Wolf hasn't entertained the thought of running yet. I don't think he will.
I think Nate's
until it gets to
in.
3-2.
Wow.
Down and away, 2-2. These are some close calls that I think these are the makeups for 80 strike 3.
And you got to think too that Putty being back there for the first 2 innings has a pretty good gauge of where the strike zone is.
Yep.
And can understand if that's an inch or 2 off, you're not getting that pitch, so don't worry about swinging. Look for a pitch that's definitely in the zone.
2-2.
Yep.
He chops that one foul down the first base line. Good at bat here by the 7 and 8 hitters. Wolf drawing the 4-pitch walk, and then Putty going to pitch number 6 here. Kirby's obviously got the stamina to go the distance, so you don't really worry about him. You don't really worry about trying to drive up his pitch count. He's gone the distance in 3 of his 4 starts.
But still, if you can put a guy in high leverage situations, it's definitely high leverage pitches are more taxing on the arm. And I can tell you from being in those situations late in games as a reliever with the Blue Sox, it is clearly as a starter, it's a different mentality. You're the first time through the lineup. You're also trying to see how hitters are swinging, near the end of the lineup, you're going to throw a lot more fastballs.
So even Kirby has to adjust to the Blue Sox lineup. With
Correct.
This being the first time
He's faced us.
He's faced us, yeah. Down and away, 3-2. Great at bat by Putty, even if he doesn't get on base out of this. So Wolf will be off with the pitch. Looking for something away here if you're Putty.
Nate should probably take another step on his lead over there if he's taken off, but yeah, I'd say actually fastball here.
It is, and he lines it the other way. A couple of tricky hops, and it's bobbled by the second baseman Bessler. Wow, that first that looked like it was going to get through. Bessler came over very quickly to get it, and then he couldn't handle it cleanly. E4, says Mark, and it'll be first and second for Dominic Zaire.
That's really the epitome of what you're looking for. I guess running out of the box there, because if Putty's just jogging, that ball he's thrown out by a few feet, but Putty busted it down the line, really got there, put pressure on the second baseman, and was able to get on to first. Put Dom up here in a good situation with 2 runners on.
And Dominic takes high, ball 1. And after the relatively easy first inning and the quick start to the second inning, Kirby in a little bit of a pickle here.
Yeah, and I mean, this is great to see out of the bottom part of the lineup. You want to see those guys putting pressure so that the top of the lineup feels some type of pressure themselves to say, hey, if these guys are doing it, why can't we?
2-0 the count to Dominic. Let's see if he can
look for a fastball here. Clearly, he's got to look for that. That second pitch missed by just a little bit.
Well, he got the fastball, but it was a little up and away, and it's 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when a guy's, he's walked Wolf, he went to a full count against Putty, you expect a fastball in the zone there. And that's on the inside corner, strike 2.
Dom a little frustrated there. I think that might have been an inch or 2 on the inside part of the plate or in towards him, but if he's getting the call, if I'm the pitcher, that's something that you're able to repeat, take advantage of. Slider right here, I would imagine. Nope, fastball.
Fouled it off.
Pitch cut too much of the plate there. If you're up 2-2, you really want that pitch, I'd say about 2 inches off the plate. Really see if you can make that hitter, especially in the 9-hole, swing. But Dom is a pretty refined hitter.
Yep, so he's not your typical 9-hole hitter.
Exactly, which, I mean, it's nice that the Blue Sox can actually put a refined hitter back there.
Down and away, full count. Runners will be off with the pitch again. So if Dom gets a fastball and can put it into the gap, could give the Blue Sox the lead.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get an inner fastball right here, it looks like there's a considerable amount of space if he pulls that ball down the left field line. The left fielder is shaded over.
And he dribbles it foul off the plate.
It looks like we've only seen 2 pitches out of Kirby here so far.
Fastball, slider.
Yeah, I assume he has a changeup, but he hasn't had the situation yet to break it out.
No, only 2 lefties in the lineup, and he surprised he didn't try to get Wolf on a changeup though.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Well, then again, he was behind 3. It was a 4-pitch walk, so he wasn't really in the position to throw a changeup to the lefty. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, and Dominic will just walk off the field. There's that slider down and away, and the side is retired. Well, hopefully the Blue Sox can build on that next time I'm up to the plate, but after 2 complete, still 1-0 Andre. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL.
Can do that.
Now these words from Corona.
This is brought to you by Corona, la cerveza más fina.
That is Manny Del Carmen, ladies and gentlemen. I hope Nesson is watching. maybe get you in the booth with Obi at some point.
Now, hopefully, we'll see what happens.
All right, well, 1-0 through 2 innings. Blue Sox tried to mount a rally there with 2 outs and 2 on, but good slider down and away by Kirby. And now both teams will go to the second time through the order. And this is, and the Chiefs got a solo home run out of Passatempo in the first. Imagine what they'll see out of Vessling, because this is the first time both lineups have seen the opposing team's pitchers.
Definitely. I mean, I think, what you said, Kirby, he's throwing the ball well.
Just really showing his fastball slider at this point.
Yeah, we just got to just stay a little patient, stay back, and hopefully, the boys will rally up and get a couple of runs and get us the win here. I mean, that homer, though, was just a hanging slider.
Yep.
But, it happens. It's baseball.
And good job by Vessling, certainly, to work out of the tough jam he got himself into after giving up that home run, too. And then the 1-2-3 top of the second. Top of the top third of the order due up for the Chiefs, and Tony Serino takes ball 1. Serino flew out to center to lead off the ball game. Vessling winds and delivers. Fouled off. Oofa.
Oh, that's a car.
Oofa. 1-1.
Little late on that one.
Yeah. Whistled it over the Blue Sox dugout and took a chunk out of someone parked on Worthen Road. Swing and a miss. What was that up and away? It didn't look like a fastball.
Just got away from him a little bit. I think it was a heater, though.
That's an off-speed pitch. That's a dangerous pitch that he got away with. 1-2 the count to Serino, to be followed by Passatempo and Libby. Try to get him to chase up and away again, but it's 2-2. Yeah, it's basically a swamp with the mosquitoes.
I know, we need to definitely bring some bug spray out here.
Yeah, just like this whole area is basically peat. The 2-2. Tried to back foot him there, but he wouldn't bite, and it's 3-2. Infield playing back here. Center fielder Costello a couple steps towards left. The pitch is fouled off. Chasing it is Zaire, but that hung up longer than I thought it did, and it almost landed in fair territory, but it remains 3-2. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left for the Chiefs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox offense held scoreless through the first 2 innings yet again. This is lined into left field for a base hit out of the reach of Jimenez. That's hit number 4 for the Chiefs, and that brings up Steve Passatempo. Passatempo, of course, with the home run in the top of the first. That is the only run of the game thus far. Passatempo, he's got 3 hits and 9 at-bats this year, and 2 of them are for extra bases.
Get a ground ball right here.
Slider on the inside corner. Have a dangerous pitch, knowing how he hit your slider the last time.
Yeah, definitely. Needs to bring it down a little bit.
Trying to catch him off guard. Don't want to groove a fastball, but stayed inside enough. Check swing, and it's 1-1. Surprised he didn't appeal there. Serino at first, I mentioned 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts this year. The Chiefs as a team are 6 of 11 in stolen bases. This is grounded through for a base hit. Brown couldn't make the play. So first 2 have reached here in the top of the third for the Chiefs. threatening to pad their 1-0 lead. And here is R.J. Libby. Libby singled shortly after Pasatempo's home run, but was stranded at third. RJ's got the blue helmet. A little off-brand for the Chiefs. Just below the knees with a fastball, ball 1.
Looked like a good pitch right there.
That's where you have to get a heavy dose of changeups in there to try roll that double play ball, right? 1-1. Sereno dancing off of second. The pitch is fouled straight back. And Vessling ahead 1-2. Libby and then the cleanup hitter Nuzzo due up next. What do you think? Change up away here?
Something down. Something they can chop on the ground. Hopefully get a double play right here. Nice pitch.
Well, he got the ground ball. Brown makes the diving, tries to stop it. He can't. Sereno's on his way home. And it is 2-0. Well, he got his ground ball, but Brown didn't get a clean break on it. Sereno scores, RBI single for Libby. He picks up RBI number 6 on the year. 3 straight singles to begin the top of the third, and the Chiefs lead 2-0. Here's Matt Nuzzo, and he swings and misses at a fastball for strike 1. He got the pitch Vessling got the pitch he wanted in the right spot hit, but just tough play for Brown.
Yeah, it seems like they're just finding the holes right now, which kind of stinks a little bit. But
yeah, the balls have eyes right now. It's
holes, but got to bear down right here and get us out of this inning.
He was ahead of Libby 1-2. He's ahead of Nuzzo 0-2 here. Infield playing back. Slider away. Yep.
Nice.
More down there, but it's strike 3, and there is a big out number 1. Here in the top of the third as Vessling picks up his first strikeout. This is Vessling's first start of the season. He's made 2 appearances, no decisions, but a save in 3 innings of work. He's allowed 1 hit, no runs, walked 1, and struck out 2. 2 of those innings came in a save against the Alabrandies on opening day. Last pitched against Malden on June 27th. Win an inning, allowing no hits, runs, or walks while striking out 1. So here's Ben Waldrop, left-handed power hitter, first baseman for the Chiefs, singled his last time up. And he foul tips this one into Putty's mitt for strike 1.
It's a big guy right here. Got to pound him in or something soft down in the way. Get him to roll it over, get us out this inning right here.
Can't try to back foot him because if you hang it,
he will bang it.
Yep. Slider down and in, can easily get crushed. Well, he got one, grounded to second, to Curley for 1, on to first, double play. So another run allowed, but it could have been a lot worse. Damage control is really the name of the game right now for the Blue Sox pitching staff. Now let's see if the Blue Sox offense can wake up. After 2 1/2, 2-0 Andre, this is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Well, when it's really his team, he's very focused on the game.
That's true. That is. How did Manny do in my stead?
He did pretty well. I'm just surprised he wasn't as talkative as he normally is on an SN broadcast.
Well, I mean, he's got to adjust here. It's different pressure you feel in the ICL broadcast as opposed to the NESN broadcast.
Oh my God! You got millions, and I mean millions of people watching these. All right, here we go to the bottom of the third, and it'll be the top third of the order for the Blue Sox. Aaron Barboza to lead things off. He struck out swinging to open the bottom of the first.
Let's see if Barboza can just get on base here. Let his speed work. Looks like Sereno shading him to left field, so he's got that big right center gap.
Barbs isn't really known as an opposite field hitter, though, is he?
No, I'm saying if he pulls the ball.
No,
He's got the right center gap.
Yeah. No, I know, and it's like Sereno is playing him to hit the opposite way.
Maybe Sereno just has some intel that most of the league does not.
Because he hits this one to right center.
He might have an inside the Parker. With that type of speed he's got, he could easily make it around the bases.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to be a dead pull here. You want to find the gap.
Mm.
I'll pop this one foul over the screen and out of play. You'll take a pull down the right field line if you're Kirby in this situation, just so he doesn't have a chance to really circle the bases.
Oh yeah, 100%. Let's see if Kirby pitches him that way too.
Libby's playing straight up in right field, and he misses outside.
Looked like that might have been one of the first changeups he's thrown.
Yeah.
Ball definitely considerably slower, tailed off there at the end.
Against the left-hander, trying to get him fishing there. Now the 3-2 to Barboza. This is grounded down the first base line, out in front of it. Still a full count, and after getting blown away in early count situations, the Blue Sox really starting to make Kirby work here, and it really started with Wolf's walk. Both Putras and Zaire went to 3-2 counts. Now Barboza does. And Barboza turns it into a walk. And that is exactly what you want out of your leadoff hitter, down 2. Barboza with speed rivaled by few in the annals of the Intercity League. Of course, guys like Kyle Levine, who would steal a base a game over the course of a season. I'm feeling Anderson might lay one down here.
He could. I mean, third baseman's playing
him to do exactly that.
Barboza had a good at least start there. He might have been able to take that base.
But he held up.
Yeah.
Strike 1.
I just got a update on my phone saying Vlad Jr. hit 29 home runs in his round.
What?
That is
that's got to be a record, right?
That says record-breaking 29 homers in a round.
And this is a time. This is the timed format, right? Jeez.
It's the type of power that the Blue Jays young core has.
Yep.
Between him, Bichette, and Biggio.
Yep. Well, Bichette not just yet, but man,
in the minors, yes.
You got sons of 2 Hall of Famers and a bona fide All-Star coming up. It's just the Blue Jays are going to be super scary. Up and in, throw down to second, and it's offline. It's a stolen base, throw down to third. Well, we could see Barboza take off for third eventually.
Good. Now here, Anderson has one job to do. I mean, 3-1 count, but still, if he does get out, at least put the ball to the right side.
To the right side, yep.
Get Barboza over to third base in scoring position for the meat of the lineup coming up.
He wouldn't run on 3-1, though.
No.
Fouled off.
Oh, caught the catcher right there.
Lev has been behind the plate for the Chiefs for a long time. Oh yeah, yeah. Like 29 is great, but like just with the story of Josh Hamilton, that's the all-time greatest home run derby performance. Just 28 in a round, but then again, 29 in a timed round.
That's I mean that'll be.
Who was throwing? Was it his dad?
I don't know if his
Oh, I know
dad,
you get a timeout, but
I don't know if his dad would be that good of a BP thrower. I feel like.
well, he's got the arm certainly.
Well, that's true, but he doesn't want to strike his son out.
Oh, speaking of strikeouts, that's cut on and missed for strike 3, and Jimenez is retired for out number 1. Fourth strikeout for Libby. A little behind his pace, actually, on the season. But here's Jeff Costello.
Hopefully, we can keep him considerably behind that pace today.
He's got 2 walks thus far. And Costello grounds this one up the middle, cut off. The throw to first is in time. Great strong throw by the second baseman Bessler for out number 2. That was the result you were hoping for
with Anderson.
Yeah. Puts Barbosa at third, but now with 2 down.
Because, I mean, in that situation, if Anderson had got him over, that ball would have scored Barbosa.
Mm-hmm.
So
now Ross Curley getting this. He's in the leadoff slot tonight, in the cleanup spot tonight, I mean, and he is 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. So the top of the order getting on base more than they did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Ross can do.
But, yeah, I mean, yesterday was a depleted lineup from what we're used to seeing, at least. I know we're still missing Richie and Julian, but Ross wasn't there.
Sway
was not there, so it's.
But hey, you know, a win is a win is a win.
Yeah, and whoever shows up to these games, they are ready to play. That is one thing that Rick preaches to us all the time. It's that whatever team is there on that given night is ready to win. They're ready to compete.
Fastball 1-1. Yeah, they're. You know, it just speaks to the depth of the Blue Sox. You know, we have guys who would be everyday starters for most other teams in this league who, you know, are, you know, reserves basically. Ross fouls that one off, and it's strike 2.
I mean, you can see it on some games when we're on the road and we go to
and
Malden.
Don't get me started on the game at Wakefield on Wednesday.
Yes, but I mean, most of the time we outnumber every opponent we're playing.
Yep.
There's guys sitting on the bench. There's guys on the extra bench here at home.
Even in the bleachers.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, it's impressive to see that many guys committed to one summer
family and
baseball team.
They and Ross calls time. Looks like he's getting eaten by the mosquitoes too.
Mm-hmm. Not enough bug spray for Ross.
Oh, not exactly the situation of the 2007 ALDS in Cleveland. Remember that?
Oh, good
the
God.
mayflies.
Yes.
It was like the locust invasion, basically. Line down the left field line for a base hit. Blue Sox will be on the board. Ross takes the turn at first. He's on his way to second. And the Blue Sox cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. That sounded harder than Passatempo's home run.
Yeah, and I mean that Passatempo was playing. I mean not that play would have mattered where he was playing because that was a single no matter what that run scores. But Passatempo's really playing over towards left center field as opposed to most guys pulling the ball down the line. So
yeah, well that's the opposite because and the Reds always shifted for Ross.
Yeah,
and he's shifting the other way in the outfield. So here is Kyle 80, and he fouls the first one straight back for strike 1. We'll have to adjust the camera in a second.
Kyle, who got screwed on a call his first time up with a slider that was just nowhere near the zone.
Yep.
And looking, not let that situation pop up again. So be aggressive, swing early in the count, and not let that happen.
Well, that was the exact same pitch they got called a strike. Now it's a ball.
Yeah, I mean.
Whoops. Sorry, Blue.
Sam, I think it's okay. I think we're right back here.
High for ball 2.
But yeah, I mean, still, Kyle. Now he has the count in his favor. Really got to take advantage here. You don't want to let pitches sit.
Blue Sox breaking through here for one, looking to make it two with a base hit if Kyle can get one past the infield. That's low for ball 3. More 3-ball counts.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, this is what I was talking about when I was on the broadcast last, is that you put these guys in high leverage situations. It's more taxing on the arm than it is just throwing to empty bases, one guy on.
Kirby's issued 9 walks in 27 innings before this game, and now he's walked his 3rd of the night.
Wow. That pitch looked like it might have been right in there.
And that looked a little down and in from here. So, Morgan Brown flew out to center his first time up in the 2nd.
Morgan, another veteran here, has got to know the situation, got to know where to put the ball here.
Hard contact, but he was late, and it's strike 1.
At least put the ball in play. That's what you're looking for.
Don't worry about the fence in the way of the shot, folks. We will fix that between innings. That just happened when the foul ball hit straight back. Camera's right against the fence, but important thing is, it's not broken.
That's true. I hope the camera doesn't break. Yeah.
Strike 2.
That's the type of pitch you want back right now. You got that first one. It was a little out. You still swung, and now that one looked like it caught the meat of the plate. And now dealing with a strikeout pitcher.
You're not going to get it back. Slider away.
No.
Slider down and away.
Yeah.
And now Brown's going to call time with Curley dancing off of second, trying to maybe induce a balk.
It could be. Morgan should be choking up here a little bit. Make sure he's...
Same pitch you were going for before,
Yeah.
strike away. Double steal, but it's swung on and missed. It was the slider down and away.
Yeah.
And the side is retired. Blue Sox get 1. And they're still trailing 2-1 after 3. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:40 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Malden Mad Dogs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Well, Kirby is now back on his pace of 1 2/3 strikeouts an inning. He's got 5 through the first 3. And the Blue Sox getting to him for 1 run on 1 hit and 2 left. And here we go to the top of the 4th with the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up: Caulfield, Gedman, and Leva. Sean, you're leaving before you can get on the mic for an inning? Strike 1. Sean McElroy visiting us tonight. As that is strike 1 to Andrew Caulfield. Ground infielder's choice last night. Oh, you don't want to get on the mic for an inning? All right. Got everybody coming for your job. First Manny, and then maybe Sean.
Oh, it's okay. Once you're a certified veteran and you've proven yourself, everyone wants it.
Yeah.
Everyone wants a top spot.
1-1 the count to Caulfield. Yep. ICL Hall of Famer Sean McElroy. As Caulfield cuts and misses for strike 2.
When was the last time that Sean played?
2010, I think. Yeah. This is laced into left field on his horses there, and he runs it down.
Great catch by Dom, reaching over his shoulder. That was impressive. And speed helps, having it all around the outfield.
Yep.
Having a natural center fielder playing out there.
Yep. He played right field most of last year because when he came in for Sway after Sway got injured, Sway was starting in right, and then Zaire took over in right the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, but I think in his years of independent ball and in college, I think he was a natural center fielder. So I mean, in all those natural center fielders, you get your good reads. You're thinking about everything like a center fielder. So he got to the gap very quick, and Gedman laid on the second swing right there.
1-1 the count to Gedman, who grounded out to short his first time up. He's going to try and bunt his way on with the shift on, and fouls it away for strike 2. Gedman's a power hitter. I think that's what happens when you try to bunt when you're a power hitter.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as someone who bunts quite often. At least.
Well, if they're going to shift on you, you might as well get a base hit every time you do that.
True.
Until they respect it.
True.
But he's not going to bunt with 2 strikes here.
Yeah.
He'll chop this one down the third base line. It's going to work out. Well, you can't bunt that situation, but it's just as well.
You can hit a little dribbler right over to third base. Yeah. Got a perfect double play victim coming up right now.
Oh, he heard you.
Probably.
Now he's going to crush it.
Oh, crush it right into Ross's glove.
Enough.
And get that double base.
Don't put mouth on it, man. He offered at it with the bunt for strike 1. He's definitely a bunt candidate.
Yeah, I mean, with, what is it, 1 out right now?
1 out, yep. Infield single for Gedman.
Wonder if that was a bunt just to show to give Jake a different look, or what the intent was there.
Well, it looks like it was for a different look because he wasn't squaring on that one.
No.
And it's 1-1. Slider downstairs, 2-1. Leva grounded out to short his first time up.
Jake should come with a fastball in the hands right here.
Well, it is a fastball. It's a little bit away, but it's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely a fastball.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, he has slower.
Do you go for fastball again here?
I would. I mean, he hasn't proven that he can hit it.
He fouls it off.
He was late on his swing, so why not take advantage? And that's something that Putty's seeing firsthand, being right there. And Putty, who calls an excellent game behind the plate, really knows what he's talking about. Catching at the Division I level, understands hitters. So if he sees slow hands.
But he hasn't caught Drew this year, has he?
No, he has not. They've not caught. Oh.
A little looper that will be caught by. No, it's bobbled by Curley. He'll go to second, back to first. It's a double play.
No.
And is it or is it a double play or is the inning over? I think they're only pointing to the out at second because Ross dropped it. So.
But shouldn't there be? So they called the out on the actual.
So they called the out on the actual line drive. So Leva's out. So Leva is out. It's going to be an L6 then.
Ross always thinking ahead of the game, right?
Yep. And here is Brian Bessler, the number 9 hitter, who lined out to second his first time up.
I think it was the second baseman who played for the Red Sox last year. Came in late. Had a
Brandon Phillips?
No, he plays with San Diego now.
Kinsler?
Yes, Ian Kinsler had a famous one where it was popped up to him at second base. He was flagging it. The ball clearly he let drop in front of him. because he knew there
Infield
was
fly rule wasn't called.
Nope, it was only a guy on first base, and he did it just because the runner running to first base was slower than the guy on base.
This is grounded down the first base line, strike 2.
And it wasn't like Ross who made the catch and then dropped it. He just let this ball drop right in front of him and threw it to second base.
Well, if it dropped in front of him and threw to second base, then shouldn't Gedman be out? Because Gedman's still on first.
Yeah, but I think Ross made the catch.
Yeah.
And then threw the ball to the ground.
Oh, beautiful slider
Good
over the heart of the plate for strike 3. And the side is retired. So the Chiefs held out of the score column in the top of the 4th. Let's see if the Blue Sox can tie it with the bottom third of the order due up next. After 3.5, we're halfway home. Still 2-1 Chiefs. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is now a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next car rental from Avis. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And it will be the bottom third of the order due up. Wolf, Puttress, and Zaire.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf walked his first time up, but was stranded at second.
Yeah, hoping to get something here out of the bottom of the lineup now the second time through. See if Nate can get on again, just like the last time.
Fastball in the outside corner for strike 1.
Interesting. Sereno has not really moved from his spot no matter who the hitter is. He's played everyone shade over from second base to the left side.
0-2 to Wolf.
Yeah. Long pause by the pitcher here, Kirby.
Fouled off, remains 0-2.
You see that with some pitchers too, where they have a certain tempo and then it's not a balk move, but some guys will have a tendency to take a slower step back and kind of throw off a hitter's timing, because if he's so used to seeing you in the exact same motion and then you slow down, he's amped up.
Nate got a late break. He thought that was a foul ball, and he's thrown out for out number 1.
Yeah.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 5 left for the Blue Sox. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 5 left for the Chiefs. And we have a pinch hitter here.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's CJ? Yeah, it's CJ.
Someone new.
Alex McDonough?
No, it's a new guy.
Oh.
I think he plays at Bentley.
Well, we'll get a name in a second. Maddie's over at first base, so we can't ask him. Breaking ball, fastball up and away. 1-1. 2-1 now.
It's a no-name pinch hitter.
Well, I'm sure he has a name. We'll figure it out in a second. Slider over the inside corner, 2-2. Who is it, Mark? What's his first name? Wearing the same number that both CJ and Alex wear. His last name is Berardino. He's from Bentley. And he takes ball 3. So this is Ryan Berardino from Bentley University. He's from Lincoln Sudbury, and he also played at Cheshire Academy.
Berardino. Berardino. Just finished up his junior year.
And he fouls off another one. Great showing here in his first Intercity League at bat by Ryan. In his sophomore year, he hit .289 with 5 homers and 36 RBIs. And remember, the Northeast 10 is a wood bat league. Down and away for ball 4. Welcome to the show, rookie.
Looks like Berardino was drafted by the Red Sox this year.
What round?
34th round by the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he turned it down, is coming back for his senior year at school.
Yep, you can parlay a 34th round selection into something higher your next round.
Absolutely.
Your next year. So here's Dominic Zaire, who comes up empty. Overmatched by that slider, strike 1.
Looked like the same slider he struck out on the first at bat. Fastball.
Upstairs for ball 1. So the Blue Sox showing good patience. They've drawn 4 walks tonight.
That was impressive, too, by Berardino. His first at bat.
First at bat in the Intercity League, seeing how well Kirby's pitching, knowing, how well he's pitched all year, and toughs out a long at bat into a walk.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, if he was a guy who was just drafted baseball, too, he understands how to hit. He understands plate control, everything like that.
Berardino, 1 stolen base in his sophomore season with Bentley. This is laced into left field. Zaire has a base hit. He's 1 for 2. Berardino stops at second, and here are the Blue Sox with first and second, 1 out. And now Aaron Barboza in the top of the lineup, 3rd time through. Is this where the Blue Sox break through?
Now, depending where the third baseman's playing right here, I could see Barbosa laying down a bunt.
But that would be a bunt for a base hit. You don't want to sacrifice to get to 2 outs.
Bunt for a base hit, but you got to think that you might get some confusion with the third baseman having a hold.
Well, he is a little bit in here. He's on the lip of the grass. And that's a strike. Strike 1, 0-1. Ground ball's going to be tough, of course, with Barboza's speed, unless he hits it hard right at a infielder.
Ball right now, you want something between short and third, because the grass is a little slow, still wet out there, so hopefully Berardino can score on that.
He does get a bunt down. This is going to be a tough play. It's fielded by Kirby, and he eats it.
Well, as I said right there, if you get that bunt down right between, that was clearly the pitcher's ball, but if you put that bunt down, you get the pressure, and especially someone with Barbosa's speed, you get the pitcher charging. Grass might be a little wet. That's a tough play to make.
Now Anderson Jimenez, 0 for 2 tonight, was 0 for 4 yesterday.
Got a breakout right here.
And he grounds this one up the middle. It's bobbled by the shortstop, Nuzzo. Everybody's safe. We have a tie game. I think you give it to the shortstop, right?
Shortstop.
Yeah. Fielder's choice E6. Berardino scores. And now, I think Steve Gambale wanted to come on to talk to Kirby, but he's a little late. And now Jeff Costello. And Costello bloops this one into right field, and this will be caught. Tagging from third is Zaire. The throw to the plate is not in time. Leva thought he tagged him on the back. And now Zaire and Leva come nose to nose. And the Blue Sox take the lead after some jaw-jacking between Zaire and Leva. And now Rick DeAngelis going out to try and diffuse the tension.
A little pressure there.
Yep. And on the play, Jimenez actually moved up to third.
I mean, smart base running by Jimenez right there, seeing that there was a little scuffle, was able to get over to third base.
Now Ross
no, you mean,
Curley.
Anderson's at first base.
And no, excuse me. Barboza's at third.
Yes.
Barboza's at third. Anderson's still at first. Is that a ball?
I think it was a ball.
Oh, and that hit him. And now the home plate umpire tries to defuse the situation with Ross, and now he's going to hand deliver the ball to Kirby. Bases reload for Kyle 80.
Rekindling some of the old rivalry.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, it's nice to see. Anytime in baseball at the professional level, no matter what college, it's nice to see a little rivalry where guys get chippy with each other and it's hard competition. Clearly, you don't want anything that's foul play, but you want to see good, hard baseball, and that's what we're getting so far tonight.
Kyle 80 comes up empty for strike one. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's the 8th man to bat in the inning as the Blue Sox take the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Up and away, ball 1. Two runs have scored on an error and a sacrifice fly. Bases loaded. Low, good block by Leva. No chance for Barboza to break for home, even with his speed.
Yeah, I mean, really good job right there because you hold the run from scoring in, really used his body, and just you have to keep that ball in front in this situation. Especially with the speedy Barboza at third base, you know he's ready to go.
Barboza at third, Jimenez at second, Curley at first. The 2-1 is on the outside corner for strike 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation now. Kyle had the same thing where that slider low called him off, so you gotta be aggressive. Even though there's 2 outs, 2 strikes on you.
Can you bury a slider here?
You can if you're a pitcher, but Kyle's got to be ready for it.
He chops this one to the left side. This is going to be a tough play. Scooped by Nuzzo. Wow. Everybody's safe.
Perfectly placed ball by 80. I mean,
just like they drew it up.
Yeah,
just like they drew it up.
Shortstop's playing deep. You can't really come back from that because the pitcher has no chance on that ball. It's clearly the shortstop's ball, but he's playing so deep that by the time it hit the third hop and he picked up the ball, 80 was 3/4 of the way there. There's no chance to throw him out at first.
Right play by Nuzzo just to eat it and not risk throwing it out of play. And Brown gets brushed back for ball 1. No one, looks like there's starting to be some loosening in the Chiefs' bullpen. And it looks like Jack Fargo. That's low for ball 2.
Pretty impressive by Berardino earlier. First at bat, walks. OBP is at 1,000. Scores a run. Didn't hit the ball into play. He scored a run in his first appearance as a Blue Sox.
This might be Kirby's last batter no matter what happens.
Yeah. I haven't seen anybody throwing yet.
I saw Fargo warming just now.
Okay.
I think that was Fargo. 49.
Yeah.
4-pitch walk. And now the Blue Sox lead 5-2.
The Blue Sox have now brought the same guy up who started the inning here, Nate Wolf. Got a mound visit coming on.
And that looks like Steve Gambale, and that looks like it's going to be it for Kirby. Unless I am very
I don't
much
see anybody
mistaken.
getting ready to come in, though.
Oh, no.
Looks like it's just a mound conference.
4 runs this inning. 3 of them coming with 2 outs.
Yeah. Looking at this Andre team now in comparison to what it was when I first came into the league, it's almost unrecognizable.
No,
because
I mean they've had a lot of turnover, and
yeah.
last year they really struggled. They
Yeah.
had to win a tiebreaker just to get in as the 6th seed.
But, I mean, you remember Johnny Welch playing
Johnny
third,
Welch,
Portez at shortstop.
Copa,
Yeah.
Sereno's still there, Witkowski.
Yep.
But Jared Frenny's out for the year with an injury.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a different team.
It's a different team, but they're getting some of the same results. This is a much better year than they had last year. They're 7-4.
Yep.
They've got great pitching from Kirby and Walsh. But right now, they find themselves trailing 5-2. Nate Wolf, the Blue Sox have batted around, and the pitch is popped up
That's
into
out of
foul
play.
territory. Over goes the third baseman, Caulfield, and he made the catch. Did he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. You thought it was going out of play, huh?
From this angle, it looked like it was out of play. But
Yeah, well, we've had a few of those plays recently. Right on the edge of the out-of-play line, they reach into the bleachers and make the catch. Blue Sox leave the bases loaded, but do come through for 4 here in the bottom of the 4th. And after 4 complete, it is the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. All right, Borjas just heard the song of his people, so he's going to take off. All right, and
that was a fun broadcast.
Yeah, absolutely. See if Manny wants to come back, or maybe even Drew.
I'll ask around. I'll poll whoever's there, and we'll see if we can get somebody.
Healy won't do it. I know that much.
Heels.
Yeah, no.
Nah, Heels he's focused on the game right now.
Yep. All right. Okay. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. All right, one change for the Blue Sox as Mitch Schroeder takes over behind the plate. The Blue Sox scoring 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 Andre error, and 3 left in that bottom of the 4th. So Vestling to the top third of the order again, and now Ross takes this on 1 hop, fires to first, and a big 1-pitch out as Sereno is retired for the 2nd time. He's now 1 for 3. And now Steve Passatempo. He has not been retired tonight. Had a 2-2 the count. Full count. Bruce giving me a little bit of a profile on Ryan Berardino, drafted by the Red Sox earlier this summer, was playing for Falmouth on the Cape. He's the grandson of Dwight Evans and Dick Berardino. Not a rookie in any way. You are right, Bruce. Well, rookie in the Intercity League sense, but this is a towering pop-up into center. In comes Costello, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Thank you, Bruce, for that little bio there. Rookie in the Intercity League sense, as I said, Bruce. So 2 up, 2 down, and that brings up R.J. Libby. He also has not been retired tonight. 2 singles to his credit. And that slider darts down and in for ball 1. So as I said, 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left for the for the Chiefs rather. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 8 left for the Blue Sox. A swing and a miss, and it's strike 2. Working quickly is Vesling, and he gets the swing and a miss for strike 3. His second 1-2-3 inning of the game after 4.5. 5-2 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP as the mosquitoes continue to eat us alive. I got to bring long pants, right, Mark? You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Mitch Schroeder will get his first plate appearance of the game after entering defensively just in the top half of this inning. Mitchie Two Bags, and that is an appropriate nickname as he had a double yesterday, right? Yeah, Mitch, yeah. Yeah, he had his first double of the year yesterday in the win against Reading. Brought home a run. Breaking ball misses high. Who's warming? Billy Christopher warming up in the bullpen. Good to have him back. Check swing. They'll appeal. He did not go. And it is 2-1. The only kid, he certainly is a straight shooter with with that fastball. That slingshot delivery. That's on the outside corner. Strike 2. Blue Sox exploding for 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th to take the lead. And now time is called by Schroeder. Schroeder reached base all 3 times yesterday. Was 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a walk. And a swing and a miss at a slider down and away. Kirby's still out there, by the way, and he picks up the strikeout, and there's 1 down. So now Dominic's there. Blue Sox have had the leadoff man in aboard only once tonight, and that was in the 3rd when Barboza reached and eventually came around to score the Blue Sox first run. Dominic 1 for 2 with a single. Takes strike 1. This is popped up, foul and out of play. And Dom behind the count 0-2 as Mark nearly fell over. It wasn't on camera, so nobody can prove it. Have to go by my word. The 0-2. High with a fastball for ball one. Yep. Tweeting and everything. Delivering fresh baseballs. Dom hits a towering pop-up into right field. Camping under it is Libby. Makes the catch, 2 down. Then who mans the Twitter account during the game? But, right, but I didn't realize that was Bruce, but sometimes it's, well, who mans the Instagram anyways? Yeah, well, Keo isn't here every game. I don't know if he's doing it right now. Anyways, here's Barboza. He's been on base twice, once with a walk, once with a single. Has a stolen base and 2 runs scored. And he takes low for ball one. In the top of the 6th, the Chiefs will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Nuzzo, Waldrop, and Caulfield. The 1-0 is high for ball 2. Doesn't appear to be anyone warming anymore for the Chiefs. Up and away, ball 3. As Kirby managed to hang on just long enough. Fastball taken all the way, strike 1. Guess this means Christopher's going to pitch the 6th. Strike on the outside corner, full count. Obviously not what Barboza was looking for. Don't want to miss outside here. You don't want to just give Barboza first base on a 3-2 pitch. He'll foul that one off. Anderson Jimenez due up next if we get that far. Three-two once again. Here it is. Fouled off again. Blue Sox were kind of overmatched with by Kirby up until there were 2 outs in the 2nd. That was the point where the Blue Sox started to make Kirby throw a lot of pitches. That's when they started stringing together walks. And they had 6 batters come to the plate in the 3rd and 10 in the 4th. And Barboza, a little blooper into left, but will be caught on the run at his waist by Passatempo for the out that retires the side. The Blue Sox go 1-2-3 for the first time tonight. And after 5 complete, it is still the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 2. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/LexingtonBlueSox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. As promised, Billy Christopher takes over on the mound for the Blue Sox. Christopher making his 4th appearance of the season, 4 innings of work, 2 hits, 1 earned run allowed, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. Last pitch on June 24th against Reading. Win an inning and allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Middle third of the order due up for the Chiefs here in the top of the 6th. With Matt Nuzzo to lead things off. He's 0 for 2 with a flyout to right and a strikeout swinging. Both teams going 1-2-3 in the 5th inning. The Blue Sox doing so for the first time tonight. That's down away for ball 1 to Nuzzo. Nuzzo in his 3rd season with the Chiefs, he's a career .346 hitter. He swings and misses at the trademark Billy Christopher slider for strike 1. He has 8 career home runs in 162 career at-bats. Fastball just missed, 2-1. 3 home runs, 17 RBIs in his rookie season in 2017. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Home run every 20 at-bats, which is a pretty respectable rate for the Intercity League. One other game going on right now in the Intercity League, and that's Reading at Melrose. Do not have a final on it right now. Nuzzo's 3 home runs, good for first in the ICL. Curveball, strike 3 called. Second time Nuzzo has gone down on strikes, and that brings up Ben Waldrip. Nuzzo still not happy with that call, given taking a long time to get off the field after being rung up. Wanted some explanation from the home plate umpire, and I don't think he'd be satisfied no matter what it was. Here's Waldrip, 1 for 2 with a single and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. And he smokes this one into right field on his horse is Barboza, and that'll get, it's a home run. I thought that was going to sink in front of the wall, but it did not. It just traveled, and Waldrip picks up his 3rd home run of the season. He ties Nuzzo for the league lead, and it is now 5-3. First pitch. Second home run of the game for the Chiefs. Waldrip picks up, again, is tied for the league lead now, 3rd home run, as Caulfield tries to follow up that act, but comes up empty for strike 1. Waldrip with RBI number 9 as well. Fastball catches the outside corner, strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Popped up foul and out of play. Chiefs picking up their 6th hit, their 3rd run, 2nd home run of the game. One and 2. Curveball in there for strike 3 called. Caulfield can't believe it. Christopher ringing up 2 batters with the curveball. And now Mike Gedman, who is 1 for 2 with a single, as Caulfield is now 0 for 3. Fastball up and away for ball 1. In the bottom of the 6th, the Blue Sox will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up, Jimenez, Costello, and Curley. The bunt down against the shift, and it'll work out. Jimenez getting tangled up with Christopher. An infield single for Gedman. This is what Borja and I were talking about the last time. Okay. So we have a pinch hitter here for Nick Leva. And it will be Kyle Dombrowski. Dombrowski, 083 with 1 RBI, but he represents the tying run. And Christopher misses down and away for ball 1. Dombrowski comes up empty at that fastball, and it's strike 1. Dombrowski in his second season with the Chiefs. Last year batted .275 with 1 homer and 9 RBIs. He comes up empty, strike 2. And now let's see if Christopher goes to the yacker again. Got to be ready for it. And if it hangs, it could go a long way, and we could have a tie game. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 called. And the side is retired. The Chiefs get 1 on the home run by Waldrip. But we go to the bottom of the 6th. Let's see if the Blue Sox can get some insurance. It is the Blue Sox 5 and the Chiefs 3. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Zach Kirby's still out there. Did you catch who it was? 39. All right, so looks like we have a new center fielder. R.J. Libby is the center fielder now, so that means there's got to be a new right fielder. Anderson wants to bunt his way on, and he pulls back in time to make it ball 1. So Libby's moved over to center field. Inside for ball 2. Did you say Nuzzo's out? Oh, Sereno. Well, of course Sereno's out. I was just trying to. Figure out who the new right fielder is. Anderson cuts and misses for strike 1, 2-1. Kirby winds and delivers. Another fastball. His fastball still lively, though. And it is strike 2 to even the count. Jimenez, Costello, and Curley. 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. And a swing and a miss from 2-0 to striking out for the second time goes Jimenez, and there's one down. That'll bring up Jeff Costello. 1 for 2, had to sacrifice flies last time up. And he wants to bunt his way on. It's a good one down the first base line. It's a fair ball, and he's safe. So good speed on it first after the bunt single. Costello now 2 for 3 in his final game before he takes off for Vermont in the NECBL. And now Ross Curley, 1 for 2, doubled home a run in the third and was hit by a pitch his last time up. Costello takes off, the pitch is up and in, and it'll be a stolen base. An important insurance run, now standing in scoring position. For the Blue Sox. Curley comes up empty for strike 1. And he lines this one to right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Costello being waved around third. He will score. And the Blue Sox get their lead back up to 3. It is now 6-3. Ross picks up his second RBI of the game. And now Kyle Adey, who's 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, and an RBI. Kirby's still out there. He delivers, and it's low for ball 1. Mandel Carmen looks like he's ready to come on and get another save, unless the Blue Sox were to pad their lead even further here. And Adey bloops this one into left field, and this will be caught at the hip of the left fielder Passatempo for out number 2. So Adey now 1 for 3, and that brings up Morgan Brown. Walked home a run his last time up. Keep the line moving here. Fastball catches the inside corner for strike 1. In the top of the 7th, the Chiefs will have the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up. Bessler, the replacement for Urino, and Passatempo. Runner bluffs off of first, and that is on the outside corner for strike 2. Curley getting a small lead off of first. Slider away. High fastball, swung on and missed for strike 3, and the side is retired. We go to the top of the 7th. It is closing time for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 6, Chiefs 3. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:40 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Malden Mad Dogs. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. We go to the top of the 7th. Manny Del Carmen, fresh off a save yesterday against Reading, which he threw 9 pitches, got 2 strikeouts. Will try to lock down his 3rd save of the year here. He's got 2. And it'll be not Brian Bessler. We got a pinch hitter here for Bessler. And that will be, one second, Evan Reynolds. And Reynolds fouls this one off for strike 1. Reynolds playing in his 9th game of the season. He is 4 for 20, 200, with no RBIs. That misses the inside corner, 1-1. Reynolds grounds this one to the right side. Scooped up by Brown, on to first. 1 down. And now it'll be Mike Burgoyne. Burgoyne taking over in right in the 6th. Take strike 1. Burgoyne coming into play at 200 with 4 RBIs. Fastball in there for strike 2. Tried to get him with a slider, down and in, but it's ball 1. Steve Passatempo on deck. The 1-2. Broken back grounder off of Del Carmen's glove to Curley, who fires on to first for your standard issue 1-6-3 putout. And the Chiefs down to their final out. Steve Passatempo's 2 for 3 with a solo home run and a single. Trying to prolong this game. And that's taken up and in for ball 1 with a fastball. It was Vessling for the first 5, then Christopher, and now Del Carmen. It's been Kirby the entire way for Andre. Swing and a miss, strike 1. If this score holds, it'll be Vessling's first win. Skips to the plate for ball 2. But Manny still got one more out to get. He's going to do it against some power hitters here. First pass at tempo. Outside, 3-1. A liner foul to the right side now to play. And now the Chiefs down to their final strike. Manny wants a fresh baseball. Manny got some color commentary in, and I was trying to lock down save number 3 of the year. The payoff pitch. Here it is. Skips to the plate for ball. Skips to the backstop rather for ball 4. Try to get him to go after a slider. So a 2-out base runner. And I'll put the tying run in the on-deck circle. That's actually the first walk issued by Blue Sox pitching tonight. Here is R.J. Libby, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a strikeout. Low for ball 1. Do not want to let runners on with Nuzzo and Waldrop due up next. Fouled straight back, strike 1. That was the first walk issued by Blue Sox pitching. Blue Sox drew 4 walks against Kirby. Slider catches the inside corner, 1 and 2. Curley shading towards second. The pitch. A grounder to the first baseman, Wolf. He'll underhand to Del Carmen. Safe! Safe! Libby beats out an infield single for his 3rd hit of the game. And now the power hitter, Matt Nuzzo, to the plate, representing the tying run. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for R.J. Libby. And that is going to be Harry Welch. So with Nuzzo's power, 1 swing of the bat could tie this game. Grounder to short. Curley over to second, and the ball game is over, and the Blue Sox have made it points in now 11 straight. So in a game that took 1 hour and 51 minutes, the winning pitcher is Jake Vessling. He is 1-0. The losing pitcher is Zach Kirby. He is 2-3. The save goes to Manny Del Carmen, his 3rd. The final totals for the Blue Sox, who improved to 11-1-1 and hold on to first place in the ICL. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 9 left. And for the Andre Chiefs, who fall to 7-5, 3 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and 8 left. Our players of the game are, let's see, Jake Vessling, 5 innings, getting the win. Bill Christopher with the hold, the whole pitching staff. And batting-wise, let's give it to Aaron Barboza, who scored the first run for the Blue Sox and also scored the eventual game-winning run. And Ross Curley going 2 for 3 with an RBI and a double, and Jeff Costello also 2 for 3 with a run scored and a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Well, Blue Sox offense still hasn't necessarily broken out here, but they get the win. A win is a win is a win. I keep saying that. That's what Bill Ty taught me when I was working with the Lexington High School football team, and holds true in any sport. It doesn't matter how you win as long as you get them. Blue Sox now have 11 of them. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. Reminder that LSP is now a member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next car rental from Avis. LSP's next broadcast tomorrow night at 7:40 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Malden Mad Dogs. Watch live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is Lexington Blue Sox 6 and the Andre Chiefs 3 for Borja Jones Barasaluthe and Manny Del Carmen. My name is Sam Feeler, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.